Hello. Hi guys. I want to talk to you today about how to make an outline. So I have posted this file on Blackboard in your assignment folder, but I wanted to go through a few things and talk about them. So here is what you need to know. First of all, the type of outline we will be doing is called an alphanumeric outline. This is the type of outline that MLA does. Okay, so this is the type that I'll be asking you to do. I have included two other types just so you can see what they look like. So the full sentence outline is APA, all right? And then the decimal outline is sometimes used by Chicago Turabian. So I just wanted you to see that there are other types of outlines, but you don't have to worry yourself with these two. This is the only one that you have to worry about. And so we use alphanumeric outlines in MLA, which means you do number, letter, number, letter, number, letter. So you alternate back and forth every time you move down a line. Okay, so that's what that means. All right, so let me make this bigger. Here's what you need to know about putting this all together. First of all, there are different levels. That's how it works. And so let me show you what I mean by that. So here is what we call a level 1, okay? That's this level right here. And what you can see is the level 1s all match up. And notice they all start with Roman numerals. So your level 1s all start with Roman numerals, okay? And they usually represent the major sections of your paper. All right, so you get 1, 2, things like that. So I'm going to give you what those major sections should be. They should be intro, opposing side, supporting side, and conclusion. Okay, so you will have 4 level 1s. So this should be your 1, this will be 2, this will be 3, and then this will be 4. So that's what these will look like over here. All right, is 1, 2, 3, and then you'll still have a 4 down here. Okay, so those are your level 1s. So I'm giving you those. Next are your level 2s. Okay, so level 2s. These usually represent your topic sentences, or you can think of these as how you will separate out your paragraphs. Okay, so you can see since we start with numbers here, we're going to go to letters. So you'll get A, B, C, so on. Okay, and so these come under the level 1s. So then how are you going to break up each of these major sections? That's what we do here in the level 2s. So you can see these are your level 2s right here. Okay, and so here would be topic sentence or paragraph number 1, and then this would represent I'm sorry, I'm in the wrong one. Erase that, sorry. I'm being very careful. Okay, so this down here would represent paragraph number 2. Okay, and then just so you can see it all together, this would maybe represent, since it's Roman numeral 2, this would represent your entire opposing side. Of course, you're going to separate that opposing side into multiple paragraphs. So each of these, so then you'll outline what each of these paragraphs will include with your level 2s. All right, so then we move on to level 3s. And these are your supporting details. So this is how are you going to flesh out each of these paragraphs, okay? So this is your support. That is your fact cards. And since we started with numbers, then we went to letters, we go back to numbers, and these numbers look like this. Okay? And so you can see those right here. So we'll line those down. All right, and then we keep on going down there. Okay, so under topic or paragraph number 1, you can see here is a supporting detail. Okay, and then here's another supporting detail. Now you can see that this outline goes past. So here's your level 3s. Okay, and then here are your level 2s. All right. And so you can see that this actually goes past the 3 because here you get level 4 and then down here you get level 5. You only have to go to a level 3 for me. So that's what I want you to see is this would represent your introduction, then your opposing side, this would be your supporting side, and then this right here will be your conclusion. So then you need to break each of those sections down. So that's where you break them down into paragraphs, and then you break each paragraph down into what support are you going to include in each of those individual paragraphs. So this is how you're going to outline what you're going to include in your paper. Now, there are a couple of other things we also need to talk about, and that is the idea of parallel form. Okay, and this is part of the grade of this, so let me show you what that looks like. I'm going to highlight some words right here. Okay, as you can see, each of the level 1s start with a verb: choose, prepare, and compile. That represents parallel form. Okay, so what I mean by parallel form is that it starts the same way. So all of these start with verbs. Okay, and it also means it's the same length. You'll notice MLA does not use full sentences. All of these are short fragments. Okay, so we don't use full sentence outlines. That's what APA does. So what we do is they're all about the same length. Choose desired college, prepare application, compile resume. Notice they're all 2 to 3 words, and they all start with a verb. So everything on this level, these level 1s, are all parallel form. Okay, so that's what it needs to look like. If you're going to start one level, the first level 1 with a verb, all the rest of them need to start with verbs. Okay, and same with level 2 and same with level 3. For me, you only have to go to a level 3. If you want to go farther, you can. All right, so that's basically all of the elements of an outline. Now, here's what else I want to show you. How do you set this up then in Microsoft Word? Okay, so here's what this will look like. First of all, I need to do it in Times New Roman. Okay, and I need to set it to 12. And I also need to tell it that it needs to double space. Okay? All right, so of course you're going to put your name, my name, class, date. So you're going to put your heading. You also need to give it a title. I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm just going to show you how to set it up. Because something else I want to show you is how it all lines up. So let's say I do this. Okay, and then there's my first level 1. I'll go ahead and write introduction. And by the way, yours will be pretty much the same. What you'll notice is when I move down a level, so that's my level 1, here's going to be my level 2. Notice how I will line it up with the first letter of the line above. Okay? And so now that I had a number, now I go to a letter. All right? So this will be my level 2, which it represents, my topic, sentence, or paragraph. Okay, by the way, you need to fill these in with actual words. I'm just giving you an idea. Okay, so then I'm ready to go to my level 3, let's say, and I did number, letter, so now I go back to number. And then notice once again, I line this level up with the first letter of the level above. All right, so this represents my level 3, that is my facts. And by the way, you don't have to include all of your fact cards in here, just sort of give me a general summary of what kind of facts you're going to put in there, okay? So that's what you need to know about setting this up. I just wanted you to see this. By the way, sometimes Microsoft Word will try to format it for you. If it does, it will pop up with this little button that looks like a little lightning bolt. If you click on that and tell it to stop automatically numbering, it will stop trying to do it for you. Don't let Microsoft Word format it for you because it won't be correct. It will try to do tabs for everything, and your level 3s will end up way over here. So you don't want to do that. Okay, so just do it yourself. But that's how to do the basic outline format in Microsoft Word, and it works about the same in Google Docs as well. Okay, so that's what I wanted you to see. You can see here how they line up, so I showed you that, and that's how then to make that work in Microsoft Word. So you can see they line up with the first letter of the line above. Okay, one last thing that I wanted to make sure that I covered, and that is how far do you need to go down these levels? Well, for your introduction, And let me go ahead and make this big. For your introduction, you really only have to go to a level 2. All right, I'm fine with just that far. By the way, one of the things you need to have in that introduction is your thesis. That should be one of your level 2s. Then for the opposing and supporting, you need to go to level 3s. And then you can, in your conclusion, you can just stick with level 2s. All right, that would be perfectly fine. But what I'm really wanting you to focus on is what kind of facts are you going to include in your opposing and supporting. So you definitely need to get to level 3s in your opposing and supporting. All right, if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, that's pretty much everything you need to know to put together an outline. All right, happy writing.